Hey, afternoon, everybody. Hope everyone is well. Um, this is Hooked by Mama C, and I'm Mama C. We talk mostly about crochet and crochet related items. I just wanted to say first off, before I go on, thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I'm at 395 at the moment, which is amazing. I'm so honored that people are watching and listening and interacting, and thank you for the questions, and thank you for the blessings, and thank you for the prayers. I'm blown away. It's so lovely, and I'm enjoying doing this. This is part of my therapy. Crochet is my therapy. I'm addicted to it. But I am a novice with YouTube videos and cameras and things like that. So there will be a lot of bloopers. Bloopers, is that what they call them in the movies? But just bear with me. This is me. So thank you again to all my new subscribers and to all my subscribers for your interactions and watching and sharing. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I suppose I'm a bit tired today. I had a very restless night. My son was brought into hospital again last night, but he's doing okay. And thank you to those who are saying prayers for him and our family. So I suppose this is one is the yarn review, and another we're going to be talking about the moss stitch. So the yarn I'm talking about is this. Isn't this gorgeous? Look at the colours in that. Look at that. Aren't they beautiful? And this is called Hurricane, and it's by Hobbii. It's 100% acrylic. It has 200 grams, which is 7 ounces. It has 580 meters, 634 yards. It's a size 4. Just double check that. No, it's a size 3. I beg your pardon. It's a size 3 yarn. If you can see that there, it's a size 3 border lining. Yeah, size 3. It's such a beautiful color from Hobbii, and they have other colors. I have some more different colors, like in a beautiful teal and white, and they have a grey and white, and I'm not sure what the other one is, purple and white. But I just fell in love with this. I love the scatter of the colors. It's just gorgeous. I can't remember how much it was, but I know I got it on special offer on their they have a shopping, or sorry, they have a Facebook thing every Tuesday, and sometimes they have 40% off this. So I think that's when I got this. It was 40% off the original price, which I can't remember what it is. I apologize. But if you want to check it out, check out Hobbii. It's called Hurricane. So I created this with the Hurricane. I will put a photograph up at the end. It turned out really beautiful. I've worn it a couple of times, and it washes really well. And it's a top-down jumper, a sweater, whichever way you want to call it. I started with 100 chain here in the pink. I started with 100 chain, and I put stitch markers in the every 25 stitches, and brought them together, and then I moss stitched, which is all single crochet and chains, so it's very easy stitch to do. So there's 4 corners, and I started on the top down, and I worked away, and I color managed. I can't remember, there is a word for that, but I took out a lot of the cream. You see, it has a lovely haze of pink on it. I took out a lot of pink from the cakes, the cream from the cakes, because I wanted it for the neckline, the cuffs. You can see the cuff there, and for the bottom of it. I will put photographs up. I really love how this turned out, and it feels lovely, and it's lovely and soft, washes really well. And it's with the moss stitch. Now the only thing with the moss stitch is because they're single crochet, so depending on the yarn you're using, it does take a lot of time. because it's moss stitch. Obviously, it's only a single crochet and chains. So I made a neck warmer with chunky wool. And that worked up really well and quickly. And I made a hat as well with it, with the moss stitch, except for the top. That's double crochets and half double crochets. So the moss stitch is very viable. You can use it for anything, for jumpers, for hats, for scarves, for cardigans, sweaters, blankets. It's a really, really simple stitch. Once you get into the flow, it's lovely, and you can work away. As I said, when you're using just single crochet, it takes a while for things to work up, but it's worth it. And especially if you have beautiful yarn like that, a variegated yarn like the Hurricane. The colours, oh my god, it just works up so beautifully. It's lovely. I'm very pleased with it. So yeah, so how I'm here. I've just started on a new project. Going back, actually, I want to go back to, there's one of my videos I'm talking, half double crochets. If you go back, I think it's 2 videos ago, and I started a gorgeous, well, it would have been gorgeous, cardigan with half double crochets, and I did a video starting it off and explained, and I was making with Comfy Cotton from Lion Brand, and I was to come back with the finished product. But I changed cakes. I ran, one cake was used and I went on to the next cake, and I was working on the back, so I'd half the back done, and then I changed cakes because I'd run out and carried on. And when I got to the end of the back, had it finished, I realized that the color tones were very different. The one I had been, the first cake I was using at the beginning was very vibrant, and then the next cake was muted. And I double checked, each of the cakes have the exact same, I have 4 of them, each of them have the exact same colorway, lot numbers, all the numbers were the exact same on the 4 cakes, but for some reason this one was muted, and I had worked the rest of the back, and I was so annoyed with it that I frogged it back to the original, to where I started the second cake, and I put it away because I was so frustrated that I had done so much work and not checked, and or didn't realize that was, no, it shouldn't have been different because they were the same lot, and that's probably 1 in a million cakes that's happened in. But just for, this is a little nugget of advice. If you're using different cakes, yeah, well, obviously, like you're making a project, always check maybe 1 or 2 or 3 rows in to see are the colors matching, because it's so frustrating when you get I had the whole back done, like 22 inches. I like to make the backs a bit broader, 22 inches, and I had to frog it all the way back, so nearly over halfway. So I've put it away until I've forgiven it, so I can work on it again and change things. So yeah, so that's just, double check after a couple of rows if you've changed cakes and it's a variegated yarn or ball, just to check that they're the same, that they work up the same. It's probably it's nobody's fault. Lion Brand probably didn't even realize that happened. So I'm working on now on the moss stitch. So I've started. I'm going to make a cardigan. I'm using my Omi hook, one of my Omi hooks. Well, these are the only hooks I use, and that's the red and black. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's a 5mm. Now I'm a loose crocheter, so I want them. I don't want them to be as tight as neat as, yeah, I suppose as tight as the jumper, the sweater. I wanted the drape to be a bit looser, so I'm using a 5mm hook. I think I used a 4.5 on the jumper. Because I'm a loose crocheter, I normally have to go down what the cake or the wool label says because it's loose. So I've chained 100 chains and then 1 for the beginning, so 100 plus 1. So I'm going to single crochet into the first stitch after the one on the hook. So single crochet 1, chain 1, skip 1, and single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch. So you can't even see me. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next stitch, all the way along. It's so simple. It's one of the simplest stitches ever. Single crochet and chains, that's all you're doing the whole way along. And then when you get to the end, you single crochet into your last stitch. If there's an extra stitch, don't worry about it, just single crochet into the last stitch and chain 1 and turn. Chain 1 and turn, and then single crochet into the space from the previous row. Chain 1, skip the single crochet from the previous round, single crochet, chain 1, and then skip single crochet from the previous round. So into each gap you're single crocheting and then chaining 1 and jumping over the single crochet from the last stitch. And it turns out really, really beautiful. And you can use any type of yarn with this, any type at all. Sorry. And then I'm my last stitch, single crochet, chain 1 and turn. That doesn't look right to me. Anyway, so yeah, the moss stitch is a very simple stitch. There are lots of tutorials. I'm not doing tutorials at the minute. I'm just talking about stitches that I really love, and if you want an easy stitch you can relax with, that's another one of my favorites, which is the moss stitch. And again, as I said, it takes a little longer for it to work up because you're only using single crochets, but it is a beautiful stitch. I'll put a photograph of my sweater on at the end of the video, and maybe at the beginning of the video. So yeah, so that's my little review on Hurricane yarn from Hobbii and the moss stitch. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope everybody is well. I'm sending out blessings to everyone and wishing you well for the month of March. Thank God we're coming into the spring. There's actually snow in Dublin. I live in Donegal and there's snow in Dublin at the moment. Hopefully it doesn't get up here. Normally we kind of get a good blast of it, but please God we won't. And I hope everybody is safe and well, and sending out blessings to everyone. And thank you again for subscribing and watching. This is Mama C signing off. Again, just to add to the end of that video, if you're interested in learning how to do the moss stitch, because I don't do tutorials, I'm not there yet. I might do in the near future, but check out Bag O' Day, Bagoday, Crystal. She does amazing stitch tutorials, blanket tutorials, shawl tutorials, poncho tutorials. She's amazing. She has thousands of free tutorials, and she also does yarn reviews, yarn shop reviews, and she talks about all things crochet. She's absolutely amazing. So if you want to check out Bag O' Day, do, and if you just type into your search bar Bag O' Day moss stitch tutorial, that should come up. I'd recommend her to anyone. I've learned a lot from her. She's amazing. So thank you again for watching, and have a fabulous day.